Hello and welcome to I Am Geek. My name is Ryan. I'm joined by my good pal Katrin, and
Heyo.
Chris is not here with us tonight because he's in Disney World.
What?
And he's staying at the Polynesian. So go see him right now if you're watching us live and you're in Disney World.
Not just the Polynesian.
Club level.
Club level Polynesian.
Fancy pants. He sent me a picture of all the free stuff you can get on the club level, and I'm like, there was a fridge full of Uncrustables, and I'm like, if I was there, I would be lining my pockets and bags with Uncrustables, and my children would eat them all week long, and that'd be it. But taking his place today, which may be like a step up, probably step up. We won't tell him. We won't tell him. Step up.
Step back.
The Derek Frank is back with us again. We love having him. We loved last time. And we had to have you back.
It's good to be back, guys. How you doing?
We are doing fantastic. Great. But yes, Chris is gone, and he's staying at the Polynesian tonight. But then tomorrow they have to move to the boardwalk. Poor things.
Oh no! I thought you were gonna say like they're gonna have to go to I-4 or something.
Yeah, he's like, we can only
the Best Western on I-4.
Yeah. They only had room for one night in the Polynesian. We had to switch to the lowly boardwalk.
When I-4 was hopping, like that was like it was good. Scary.
Not anymore. It's a dark place. Anyways, and then they're going on the Wish, so I'm sure next time maybe we'll have a big Disney Wish extravaganza for the 250th. Wow. And he'll tell us about all the movies he watched in his room. Derek, if you don't know this, when they go on a cruise, him and his wife, they spend most of their time in the room just watching movies.
You know, it's funny because I've been on 11 or 12 cruises. They've all been on the exact same boat, and they've all been music festivals. And one of my favorite things to do is sit in the room and watch movies.
There you go.
So I get it. Plus, they have movies that aren't out yet.
That's true. There you go.
Especially if you get a balcony, keep the balcony open and the room service coming. It's fine.
Yeah, I guess so. That works. I mean, it's a Disney
relaxing.
Cruise, so.
I've never done a Disney cruise though, so
yeah. Winchester's joining us live from Batu, and we're going to be talking about Batu tonight.
Man, he's only here for a second, he said.
Only here for a second? Well, he is working.
It's pouring down rain, he said.
Oh.
So it's not so mellow. It depends on how you look at it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're sleeping, then man, that's sleep.
I mean, you'd think it would be sort of mellow because if it's pouring the rain, you just
go stand over under
something. Anyways, because Derek, you're such a big Star Wars fan and a Disney fan, we thought we would take a little deep dive and do something a little crazy tonight and talk about Galaxy's Edge and maybe how we would expand it. But before we get to that, I want to tell you, we were talking about punching the notification thing. And you wanted to hear the story. Yesterday at my house, it was my daughter's 5th birthday. 5th birthday. We had a party at the house because my wife is now out of town, so we had to do it not this weekend because for some reason my wife wanted to be at the party. I don't know why.
Who knows?
She wanted to be there.
Whatever.
Anyways, and it was a Frozen themed birthday party.
As it should be.
Yeah. So I did the whole house up. I got all my cool lights. We had blue lights everywhere. Ice, little ice cube things that turn, colors and all that stuff. We went out, but she wanted a piñata for some reason, and it's been rainy here and muddy, and I'm like, we're not going to do a piñata outside because candy in the mud and the kids diving for it. So I decided,
dresses.
And dresses because she was in full Elsa gear. I was like, let's do it inside, but I don't want them swinging a stick around inside. So I got my wife's boxing gloves.
She's a professional boxer, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, in case you didn't know. They were pink boxing gloves. So they're
Betty Bantha is her
You could say that she's a street fighter.
She's a street fighter, yeah.
Oh, that was a bad one. Sorry.
Anyways, they were in the garage buried behind something. she's retired from her boxing days. But anyway, they're pink, so it's perfect for a little girls' party. And I told the rest of the adults there, I said, hey, if you're on TikTok, get your cameras out because something's about to go down that you want to film. So I handed this 5-year-old boxing gloves, and I held the frozen thing on a stick away from me.
Yeah.
And she went at it. She was beating that thing. And then my son wanted a turn. So he put the boxing gloves on, and he went back as far as he can and just punched it as hard as he can. And it broke the zip tie, and it went flying off of the pole. And then it was like, I sent a video to Katrin.
Yeah.
It was like a zombie horde, like these children just pounced on it, and they were all beating it, and then some of them were like kicking it and like jumping on it. And then one of the other parents walks over and goes, hey, just so you know, that's one of those piñatas where you just have to there's a bunch of strings on the bottom. You just pull the ribbon, and one of the ribbons will let the bottom fall out. And I'm like, what?
What fun is that?
They're like, yeah, you don't have to hit that kind. As the children are tearing into it.
Because it's like cardboard on the sides. It's not paper mache like the ones that we're used to, right? I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's made of cement.
Yeah. My way was so much better.
It is.
Punching it with boxing gloves, and then like they were drop kicking it and stuff. I mean,
like who wants to go up and pull a ribbon down and watch candy fall? I mean, I can go do that somewhere else.
That's so 2022.
That's true. It's so woke.
So woke. It's one of them woke piñatas.
Don't hit piñatas.
They have feelings too. Sorry, Derek's like, I'm never coming back on here again.
No, I can't wait for the next one. I'm already like, all right, when do they schedule me the next time?
So it was a fun birthday party. They went crazy, and they all made Olafs out of marshmallows and stuff. And my daughter didn't really get the thing, and she smeared, because my wife smeared like blue icing on it, so she made like melted Olaf. So it was just the eyes and the nose sitting in this blue icing.
I mean, why not,
so
right?
She killed Olaf, and then she beat Olaf piñata. So it's a very violent 5-year-old birthday party. We had fun.
That's the important thing.
Yeah. The police were not called. Everything's okay.
That you're aware of, anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, let's get on to the main show tonight, and let's talk Galaxy's Edge. I think we're all fans of Galaxy's Edge here, the three of us. Yes. Chris is experiencing it for his first time tomorrow because he's never been.
Oh man.
Yeah. So he's going to listen to this back, which he probably won't, but we'll pretend that he does, and he'll be like, "Oh man, your Galaxy's Edge sounds so much better than what I went to." But so I thought what we'd do, we'd be like, okay, so the Tron ride. This is in the future. The Tron ride's finished. Epcot's done. And they've decided, hey, it's time to expand Galaxy's Edge. It's that time. So tonight, I thought we would expand Galaxy's Edge, and so what I texted you guys or messaged you guys was sort of like a new ride experience, or a ride, maybe a restaurant, and then some other kind of experience. So 3 things. I think I have like 16 things.
Well, good.
I'll narrow it down.
I got an extreme idea. So.
Real lightsabers.
Oh no. We'll hold on tight because I'm going to talk about it. That's for sure. Got grand plans.
You could buy a
lightsabers,
quote real lightsaber from the Hacksmith Industries. They made a mini version of the one they built, and it's like a lighter version. It's like, about that big.
It's like a little dagger.
And you could buy it for $50. I'm like, $50?
No, it's dangerous.
Oh, it's just like a butane lighter. I mean,
well, then don't buy it. You got it, that original one though. That was the one with just like the big flame going up. Is that what you're talking about? That would scare the crap out of me. I think
you can get a pocket version now.
But now you can have a pocket. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea.
I've already ordered it.
I wouldn't put it past you.
What kind of gas do you have to pump through to make that blade purple?
Well, they're working on right now. It's blue, I think, and they're working on an attachment that will turn it red.
Bleed that kyber crystal.
Yep. All right, so let's do this, and then maybe at the end we'll talk a little bit about Star Cruiser. Maybe, I don't know. I'm still trying to convince people we gotta make a group and go together. I mean,
yeah,
we're gonna make it work.
I'm still trying to convince my wife that I need to go do that.
Oh, I could call her and talk to her.
Yeah, I think that would help a whole lot. I really think that might convince her.
Yeah, all right, I'll do that. All right,
Ryan said it's okay.
Ryan. Oh wait, whoa, Ryan from iamGEEK.
It'd be like the first time I saw you. Like,
well, I mean, if he wants to go, then let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think we would have a blast on there.
Oh, I think so. I've heard a lot of great things about it.
Yeah. We just got to get Katrin to go somehow.
Somehow.
Yeah.
I'd love to. We'll figure it out one of these days.
One day. All right. Here we go. Who would like to start with their first?
What are we going to start with?
So if people don't know, which if you've listened to our show at all, then you know about Galaxy's Edge. Galaxy's Edge is a sort of a Star Wars land found in Hollywood Studios in Walt Disney World in Orlando, or outside of Orlando, Florida. It is based on the time period of the sequels, and they want to sort of stay in that time period right now. But they have brought in Boba Fett and Fennec Shand, so that's a little bit out of that time period. So
I think they're gonna wipe it all clean with a multiverse thing. Anyways, they've already done it in Rebels. Let's just do it and get rid of those movies.
I've got an idea in my little notes here for that.
Oh, I'm here too. I'm so excited about this. Like when you gave me some options of topics tonight, I don't think I could have typed it any faster. What I wanted to talk about.
Since we're talking about, should I start with that one?
Yeah, go. Go for it.
All right. So right as you know, I have a shop called iamGEEK Shop on Etsy. Check it out if you want some cool kyber crystals. I've been working on a new one, and this sort of led me to that idea. But this new ride experience, this is gonna be a huge one. So it's gonna cost a lot of money. So Bob Paycheck, just open up the wallet. It's gonna be called The World Between Worlds. And this is going to be how we get the other characters in the parks. So basically, if you've watched Rebels, there's this place called the World Between Worlds, where it's basically you go through this. It's in this temple. You go through these doors, and you can go into different parts of the past or the future, or in Star Wars. So, and in it, it's like it looks like this sort of glowing road that you walk down and go through. So this would be sort of maybe like a trackless ride. We can iron out the details, we can get this done. But so each scene you would go through would be going through one of these doors, and it would lead to like maybe something with Darth Vader, maybe something with Darth Maul, maybe something, with all the eras, the prequels, the originals, we'll throw in the sequels too, Rebels, Clone Wars, all the stuff. And then when you exit the ride, you exit into this big room that is a meet and greet area. Meet and greet area that has all these characters. So you can meet Darth Vader, you can meet, Darth Maul, you can meet Boba Fett, everybody in this big area. And then the exit to that area is another one of these big doors, and it takes you back to Batuu. So you're still in that timeline, but you can jump through these timelines through the World Between Worlds. So I know that the Rise of Resistance is a trackless ride, so it's like, well, this would be another thing. But I think this one would be cooler because you could do more with it. I don't know. Thoughts, concerns?
I like that idea. And
the guide for the ride is the main Loth Wolf, so he guides you through the ride. Like the spirit of the.
You could even like take it a step further, and depending on what time of day you write it, is what characters are in Galaxy's Edge.
Very cool.
And it changes the storyline in there. They don't have to do anything different.
I like it.
I like it
again. Yeah, Rebels is one of my favorite Star Wars things ever. So
totally,
it needs to have more presence. So that's my big one. The other ones are
I think a lot of us Star Wars geeks will attest that they can easily fix all of the problems with these new 3 movies just by going back to Rebels, and they could do it with Ahsoka.
Yep,
they can do it with the first season of Ahsoka, and then they can redo 3 movies and almost go back to the Legends storyline, and they would sell like crazy.
Oh yeah. And just think, Disney, that's just more money. Just more money you're going to make.
And I'll give it to you. I will give you all my money if you take those out. And I'll still, I'm not going to say I'm still going to watch the new ones, but I'll still have them in my collection.
Except for the one that shall not be named.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think that's a great idea. Where would that live in the park?
Well,
because that's part of this. If we're redesigning, you got to have a place for it. They do have some expansion paths.
There is room back there behind, so it would have to go behind somewhere. I'm trying to think where behind.
Let me pull up a map.
I sort of know the perfect place for it, but a lot of people.
No, I want to hear it, because the way you're laughing, I think I have an idea.
Would not be happy.
I feel like I know what you're going to say.
Because you got Star Tours over here. If you bulldoze Muppet area.
Yeah.
And then that would be the World Between Worlds area. And it would lead through that tunnel into Batuu.
Yeah. I mean,
you could have Star Wars, the World Between Worlds, Batuu.
Yeah, Muppets area is kind of out of place now, right? With that, it's been that way for a while, obviously. But I mean, it's kind of out of place because it's its own thing right there. But it's in between 2 Star Wars things. So
I know how to easily bring that back, but that's all part of mine. So we'll get to that later.
Muppets in space. Sorry. Well, we can go on to yours. I mean,
all right. Well,
it's a perfect segue.
Well, mine is wild. So my proposal is everybody wants a 5th gate, right? Give them a 5th gate, but it's not Star Wars. Move the Hollywood studio stuff that they want to keep to the 5th gate, which is probably nothing, and redo the whole Hollywood studios as a full Galaxy's Edge, where Tower of Terror would turn into some Star Wars themed ride, just like we already know they've done it at Disneyland. And they've changed that theme. You have Rock and Roller Coaster, which is probably going to change anyways.
Yeah.
You can easily make something with that. Where I said the Muppet Show, you keep the Muppets and you do Muppet Star Wars. They've already done that before. The Muppet Babies did it. Yeah. I think they've done some other things that.
Yeah.
But you theme the whole park around Star Wars. And they have so much space. They have all the restaurants. They have everything there. And you can have different areas as different time frames in Star Wars, or like this is the prequels, this is the original 3, this is the sequels, this is all the cartoon stuff. And think of like what you could do with all the Toy Story area. And also looking at the book. Have you guys read the book Black Spire?
I started to.
I don't know how to read, so actually I don't have the book.
I have the book right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got into like a couple pages. So.
So I've done the audiobook a few times.
There you go.
I love it. I absolutely love. I think it's a great book. Actually, probably one of my favorite Star Wars books. And they paint such a great picture of what Batuu should look like.
Okay.
And there's a lot of like caves and woods and things like that they could incorporate in there. So my idea is get rid of all the Hollywood studios. No one cares anymore about Hollywood studios.
Well, it's not the same as it used to be, right?
Exactly.
Well, that's old Hollywood. It's
like,
right.
When we all started going, it was, it was so much different. You had the backlot tour and everything. And I remember going and watching the animators drawing Mulan one time when I was a kid. So everything's changed so much. I don't think that people have the attachment with Hollywood studios that they have with the other parks.
So so this fifth gate, you would take Toy Story Land, because I mean Toy Story Land's pretty popular.
Yeah,
you could take the new Mickey and Minnie ride.
Yeah, and I love that ride, but I don't think. I mean, if it was gone, I don't think that anybody would lose sleep.
Trying to think I'm just trying to think of what you would actually take. I think those two rides you'd take.
Yeah, or you don't take, or they just start over.
That'd be it.
Yeah, because you can repurpose everything that's already there. They've got a ton of show buildings. They've got rides. They've got enough rides. The buildings would not be hard to repurpose.
Yeah.
And why are people even going to Hollywood Studios at this point now? Because of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that place is a ghost town. Little Mermaid. That's all we have to say.
That is a ghost town. It's just an empty shell.
Yes.
They didn't even announce that was closing, I don't think. I think it was just like, when somebody asked about it, people were like, oh no, there's never been a Little Mermaid right there. I don't know what you're talking about.
The Mandela effect.
You got the kids, the Disney Junior dance party could easily turn into Star Wars dance party.
Wasn't that a restaurant? Like that was a buffet for a while, and then like the animation studios were over there.
I think it's been a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Playhouse Disney, all that stuff. All right, I'm up for it. Let's do it. Bob, make it happen. Let's clean it out. The only thing that'd be difficult is because they'd lose a park because we know how slow they are doing stuff. They'd lose a park for probably 10 years.
I would say they'd have to probably build the other one first.
Yeah. Because look how long it's taken Tron. I mean, I know there's a pandemic in the middle of it, but still.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just milking it because they realize. Yeah, I think they're milking it because they're like, oh, we're already like high capacity right now anyways. And once the 50th is over, like everything's going to drop. We're going to be in a recession. Exactly.
Yeah.
They've been testing the ride for months.
Yeah. This is the last thing right now, right? Mm-hmm. Basically. I mean, there's some things at Epcot that they're doing, but it's really what's the next thing to bring people in, right? After all this is over. So because they've got some new things now. So,
because look at other rides. Like how long did they test the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride? Like a few weeks? I mean, I know they were running it longer, but I mean, they tested Rise of the Resistance for all of 20 minutes. That's why it breaks all the time. So I think we talked about that last time. I was on it when it broke. I think everybody has. Yeah. But I think they're just milking Tron because they can.
Yeah. Same with the Toy Story restaurant. I think it's been done for a while.
Yeah.
It's just sitting back there.
Yep. Got some people in chat though. That's cool.
We do have some people.
Chris Crew hair. Yeah, he's cool now.
Yeah.
Well, I like the idea of a Bad Spice deal where Oga and Doc are helping protect you through the different communities of the planet. That's cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And it was supposed to be an interactive land too. Obviously, we lost all of that because of the pandemic, but there were supposed to be all kinds of cast members and droids and all of this stuff that was supposed to happen. And
even before the pandemic, we lost a bunch of stuff. We were supposed to have a sit down restaurant that had like a band playing. We were supposed to have. I think they took everything that was supposed to be in Galaxy's Edge, and they're like, let's just throw it in the Star Cruiser and charge
$5,000 for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're still working on it. Yeah,
still working on it. What they
tell them to speed it up. I'll be in there in November. Tell them I want it done.
Speaking of speeder.
Catherine,
my turn. Okay, so first I do want to. There is one comment that said Winchester said take dinosaur Indiana Jones type of ride and make it into a speeder chase. That was my first thought, was a speeder chase of some sort, and I thought of taking the ride of the Pandora ride, the
flying one.
the flying one.
Flight of Passage.
Flight of Passage. Thank you. Flight of Passage. You have the ride vehicle and you could make a speeder ride. But I was like, we've got a lot of those things. Like I don't want more screen rides, right? I want rides. So one of the things I did was I was trying to read up on what is Batu? What are some things that we don't see now, and what's the history of Batu? So it used to be this big jungle and trees everywhere, and those became the spires. They became petrified after this big disaster that killed all those trees, and there were all these animals and things there. So I was like, what is Hollywood Studios missing? A boat ride, right? But not a boat ride. Land speeders.
So missing a boat ride, but
land
not a boat ride.
But we don't want a boat ride because there's not much water except for those planets that are just water. So land speeders, it's the land speeder tours or whatever you want to call it, but it's going through old Batu, right? So it's kind of going with the past and present and all those kind of things, but it's going through these jungles or these forests because they had all these animals too, like all these different creatures and
was this like a living with the land?
Maybe more like there you go. It's more like Jungle Cruise, I'll admit, or like the boat ride in Pandora.
I like living with the Landspeeder.
Living with the
Landspeeder ride.
But they've got all these different things like bat lizards and bear.
They have a bear, yeah.
Batu and Braga bear, Duggar, Pippa bird, Snarlock, night snake. Like I want to see what all these things look like. There's catfish. So it's just
catfish?
Weird.
Oh, that was creative. Of
firefly.
There's really catfish?
Kuwait.
Maybe it's like the other way around.
This is a wiki, so who knows?
Maybe it's like a body of a cat and head of a fish.
Kuwaikian monkey lizards?
Yeah, that's the ones from like Jabba's palace.
Yeah. So they got it all, like having all those things. Like it's basically Jungle Cruise redone, but in Star Wars theme. And you're in his land speeder, and it's like different land speeders coming by. Like you can ride one that looks like the one Han rode in Solo, And
it'd be longer than a minute and a half, like
longer than
Navi River. Right. I think they should change it where you get a ride at 3 times, and then it'd be like, oh yeah,
Navi River.
Yeah,
I was on Navi River once. It was like end of the night. Nobody there. I walked in, just walked straight in. Nobody in there. I got on and rode it around. They were like, "You want to go again?" I'm like, "Sure, I'll go again." I rode it around again. They're like, "You can stay on it and go again." I'm like, "Okay, I'll go again." And then like the third or fourth time, I'm like, "I'm done," because they just were going to let me stay on it until the park closed. Only one image of the Batu bear. Check the animated series that goes through the animals of Star Wars.
Huh. Oh,
okay.
In the Porg episode. All right.
I gotta check this out. Batu bear.
What series is that in?
I know.
I'm not familiar with
what
animated series that goes through the animals of Star Wars.
How did I miss out on
I'm gonna have to Google this.
Fortunately, we have a way to find
let's get the Googles.
I really want a shirt that says "Living with the Landspeeder."
You should make that. Put that in your Etsy shop.
That would be good, to have a.
Actually, I would buy that.
Yeah,
you'd buy that.
Give you my debit card right now.
7 5
7 5
7
7. That's my luggage.
So speaking of numbers like that, so there are the default password for Konica Minolta copiers is 1 through 8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you ever want to administer one of those copiers somewhere, that's more than likely nobody's changing it, right? But it's somebody was asking me like, what's the password to it? So I read it to them slowly, or said it to them really slowly. I was like 1, 2, like in Spaceballs, he's telling the password. And fortunately, the person kind of caught on once I did it, got through all the numbers. But they're like, really? That's the password? It's like, yeah. So it was fun.
Galaxy of Creatures? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Star Wars
Kids.com. So it's something maybe that's online only, or
yeah. This is great. I'm I'm
For
like,
the
knowing
rest of
what
this
I'm gonna do this
episode, we
weekend.
will be watching.
It's a watch along. We'll just let me change up the screen a little bit, and we'll have an episode of Galaxies of
They
Creatures.
got like all kinds of videos: Lightsaber Academy, Galaxy of Adventures, Galaxy of Creatures, Galactic Pals, Jedi Temple Challenge, and more.
Living with the Landspeeder coming soon.
That's it. Spreadshirt, look out. We need to revive our Spreadshirt account.
I would totally buy that. That'd be so great.
I'll have to work on that. If only I had a graphic artist that could do it. Oh, wait, I do, but he won't do anything. My brother.
Oh, you can just put it on Fiverr. It's fine.
Yeah. I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
All right. So we have 3 rides. Well, we have 2 rides and then a whole park.
Yeah.
That has multiple rides.
Yeah, and just retheme the whole thing. They love
like
retheming.
All right, let me see what I got next. Okay, here's a restaurant. I think there was supposed to be a restaurant in Galaxy's Edge. Just sit down. I'm sure Winchester will tell us about it soon because he's there as he works there. That was supposed to have like I think a show and everything, but I think they moved that to the Star Cruiser. I want a place that looks sort of like Jabba's palace, but it's not Jabba's. Of course, it's not Jabba's palace. But so like the palace dinner show thing, we can come up with names later. Catering, you're good at this. With Living with the Landspeeder, we'll work on it.
I didn't come up with that.
Oh yeah, I came up with that. That's right. Anyways, but so it's like a character, like a character dining experience where the bounty hunters that are there on Batuu are walking through searching for bounties. You have a live band playing. Maybe you have some kind of animatronic that's not Jabba the Hutt, but maybe some kind of crime lord. I don't know if there's any crime lords on Batuu.
Oh yeah,
there are.
Yeah,
there are.
That's kind of Oga's thing.
That is Oga's thing. Yeah, that's true.
But you need to read the book. You've got to read the book.
I need to read the book. You know, there was supposed to be an Oga animatronic that would come out at Oga's Cantina, where the track is. I think the track is there and everything, but they just didn't do it. Oga was supposed to come out every once in a while.
This is the way.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's an easy one, just a little dinner show with bounty hunters. You know, not Mickey, not Minnie. I don't want Ray in there. We get enough of Ray. I mean, I love Chewbacca, but I want this to be like, you know, scum and villains.
Yeah.
Like just seedy underground dinner show.
Dancing
kind of what it
Twi'leks
is
and stuff.
Yes.
Because that's kind of what Batuu is supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
Kind of, because it used to be this beautiful place with the, like I said, these trees and jungles and caves and all these things, and once that happened with the big catastrophe or whatever, the cataclysm, I think as they call it, but it everything went desolate, and they've got these petrified trees and all this stuff, and people just kind of skip over it now. But all the scum and villainy come in. It's like a spaceport now where people are coming in to get to other places, you know. And it's where they come in and trade the things they found, like the bounty hunters, right? And they are, or I think in the comic book they're talking about. Well, they talk a lot about Doc Ondar. The comic book is a big advertisement for Galaxy's Edge. Really, it's not as much as the book, you know, detail, but all the things that. All the items that like bounty hunters and different people find and sell there, you know, lightsabers and all these things.
So maybe there's even like a speakeasy secret door that you gotta find to go through to get in, because that's what the lightsaber experience was supposed to be, like a secret. You're supposed to be able to, you know, have to go find it. And I think at the beginning, if I remember correctly, it was like that. It's like, where's the lightsaber place? And it's like, oh, you gotta. You know, it's secret. You gotta go around here. And now they're just like, there's a big sign right over there. Just go over there.
Yeah, because I did opening weekend at both parks actually. Yeah. And when I made my lightsaber at Disney World, and it was kind of like that. It was like, oh, you gotta be quiet. Like, if you go over here and talk to this person, like, oh, okay, this is fun. I like this. This is cool. Like, I think more of that.
Yeah. But now it's like, Oh, what did you say? You want to build a lightsaber? Well, we're out of spots today, but we can try to get you in tomorrow if you could come back.
Like, you had that one time where they said you want to buy some space junk or whatever they called it. What did they used to spare parts? Yeah,
this is all pre-pandemic now.
Yeah, and it's gotten so big too with everybody going, and it's they have to handle so many people going through. It's just, I think, logistically hard for them to do the things they wanted to do with it, right?
Yeah. Well, do you remember the first couple of weweeks when people were shining their lights through the red kyber crystals to try to get a black one?
Yeah. Yeah. Does he have a whole collection of black ones he's getting up?
Da, 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 da.
Nice.
So when I was doing it, the cast members were saying, use the force, not the light.
Well, mine got through other nefarious ways, not by me, but for someone who will remain nameless. And he's like, "Oh, I can get as many of these as I want. Here, you can have this one."
Nice.
He didn't shine a flashlight, but he did use something else.
I didn't. So I didn't shine a flashlight, but there were people that were.
Yeah.
And there were some guys that were doing it, and I saw them doing it, and then they got asked to stop, and I saw which one. I saw one that I thought was it, and I got it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the distraction. So I didn't have to break the rules.
Somebody else did.
I used the force.
That's right. Yeah,
I broke no rules. And getting mine. Somebody else did. That's part of the bat too, the smugglers,
scum and villainy.
Yeah. I want it to be grungy. Just
part of my other part, like if you didn't do the whole park, at least they should expand past. Like the only thing is, I really love Baseline Tap House, but they could easily move it just another street over and take over the ABC commissary, which hardly, it's better now, but no one cares about it. And then you could take Sci-Fi Dine-In, which I love Sci-Fi Dine-In. It's one of my favorite spots, but it'd be such a great space, and it'd be so easy to move all of that. And not even move it, but just like use that as more of Galaxy's Edge.
You know what would be cool? I mean, this wouldn't be like in Galaxy's Edge theme or whatever, but if they turned the Sci-Fi Drive-In into a tribute to George Lucas, where you keep that drive-in feel, and it's like a tribute to George Lucas, everything like his movies and stuff you like. You're still sitting in the cars and everything.
Yeah, I was thinking it could be like speeders and.
Yeah. Oh man, but you could just keep it, right?
I mean,
they could just change it out easily.
American Graffiti.
Yeah, American Graffiti. I mean, it's perfect. That would be so cool.
Okay, maybe we should. Okay, I'm excited for that. I love Sci-Fi Dine-In, but I think that would be the coolest thing.
It would be so easy for them to do it too, right? Because it's just video. Yeah. There's nothing else they would need to change, and they could totally do. It seems like that would be something they should. I mean, it's called Sci-Fi Dine-In, so they're not going to just change it up to all kinds of things. But it seems like they could theme it. But it is sci-fi, right? Exactly. Yeah. You could do that, and it still fits. But it's still a drive-in. The first time I saw Empire Strikes Back was at a drive-in, for Pete's sake. So I mean, it's where people saw it. A lot of people of that time saw it. So.
I'm going to make that petition. That would be so cool. And you could move Baseline Tap House into the Little Mermaid. I remember when that place first opened. I think it opened right before, a little bit, like a year or two even before Galaxy's Edge. But no one knew it was there. And for a while, it was just a really cool hangout spot. You get a pretzel and some really good draft beer. And now it's like you can't even walk in there. It's so busy. Yeah. And I don't think they anticipated how busy it would be.
Yep. I love the pretzel there. The pretzel is so
good. Winchester said Lucas Land. The whole park, that would be cool.
It would be cool.
Because then you could keep Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you could keep Indiana Jones. We could bring in Howard the Duck.
Yes, he's already been in movies. He was in Guardians.
Yeah. Oh, Howard the Duck. Gotta love him. I remember watching that movie many, many times as a child.
Yeah,
great movie.
Okay, let's see. So who's got something else? Am I got anything else?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, sure. I'll go. So you said food, right? So one of the things I thought of is what do they not have? What do they not have? They've got all these. They've got food, right? But they don't have a good place to get breakfast at Hollywood Studios, right? Like a good bakery kind of thing, maybe in that area. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe there is one somewhere. I'm not thinking of them. You probably know, Ryan. But but we could call it. Hold on, I had a name. Let me get my notes back up here. So. Golden lichen is a native form of lichen that grew in many of the planet's towering spires and buildings, nicknamed gold dust, that was harvested for cooking spice and a clothing dye. I was like, okay, that's a great name for a restaurant, maybe a golden lichen. Almost looks like a Chinese restaurant or something. So maybe not, but it's the other. So, but I was like, they need a coffee shop, not Starbucks, but it has like baked goods, that you can go get breakfast or something, or the other name I had was where is it? The Black Spire Bounty Cafe was the other idea. But I was like, let's use a word that they used and that they called something, besides Black Spire. So Black Spire going, Black Spire coffee. I thought about that too. That kind of fits, because you're thinking about like black coffee and but. Need to get
part of you mentioned about like all the smugglers and the scum and stuff that go there. Part of it was gambling too. They could put a casino in there.
A Sabaka. Cool.
I wouldn't put it past old Bobby Paycheck.
Yeah. Katrin, I'm a little disappointed. I thought you would, for the food one, you'd be like, it's a wrap, and it'd be like Admiral Akbar theme or something.
Admiral Akbar Bar.
It's a trap. It's a snack.
Snack. No. I don't know. I thought it was good.
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no living with the Landspeeder.
What also I originally I was thinking though that it could be themed with items that bounty hunters found and put on the walls and things like that, kind of like the same idea you had. So it kind of goes with the same thing.
It could be next door,
right,
to the restaurant, and it's a breakfast place, and then at night maybe it turns into something else.
It's desserts.
Yeah.
That's why it's a bakery. But
they do have a black. Yeah. They can have that bread stuff that you pour water into, and
it's muffins, blueberry muffins,
whatever that stuff is.
Quarter portion.
Yeah.
We have a snack bar. Admiral snack bar.
Yep, that's the one.
There we go. All right, who else had something?
Well, in one of the books, they had Padme went to Batu, and Anakin had to go after her.
Yeah.
And that was quite the story. I don't want to ruin, no spoilers for anybody if you haven't. I forget what book was that in though.
I heard she died with a broken heart.
I'll have to find out if anybody knows what book that is. But it was it's basically during the Clone Wars. So they could they could really shift gears and just move it to the Clone Wars. And I'm almost wondering if that was part of the idea with them creating all these other books that have Batu in there of like, this is a disaster with these new movies. We can shift gears.
No, they're all in. They're all in on Rey. I don't like Rey. I like Rey. My kids like Rey.
I like a lot of the characters.
Yeah, I like the characters, but they just got a bad rap for the plot.
Bad editing and directing and Kathleen Kennedy.
That's a trap. All right. I thought about I've got a few experiences down here.
I had a hard time with this one, but
did you guys do The Void when it was at Disney Springs?
No, but I thought about that.
Let me tell you, it was one of the coolest things I've ever done. It was like you were in Star Wars. So some kind of Void experience would be cool. because it was. I mean, if people that's done it, no, it was legit. It wasn't like this weird. It wasn't like Oculus at home. It was like you felt like you were there. Like when a stormtrooper would shoot you, your vest would vibrate, all that stuff. So there was that. We could do something like that, or if we know they love building stuff. We built lightsabers.
Yeah.
We built droids. I mean, possibly we could. I've got a couple ideas here. We could take the experience from the book, everybody's favorite book of Boba Fett, and we can have a gaffy stick ceremony build, which you could do that, but could get poked in the eye or stuff.
Would you get beat up or something? I don't know.
Yeah, you dance at the end. It's fun. There's a big dance.
There's fire.
It's fire. Or we could stay with the sort of bounty hunt scum and villainy theme and have a build your own gauntlets type thing, bam braces. So like the Boba Fett, gauntlets. So you could have different attachments, and you could get, what I'm talking about. You could get like the shoot stuff, but they sell the little cheap ones.
Tweety
but
bird.
This one, got a fire come out of it. No. I was trying to think of something else that you could do, because you can't wear helmets in the park if you're an adult. But these, put on your arms, get those. You have your lightsaber, you have your droid.
I was trying to think of something like that too, like a not droid, like a clone trooper, stormtrooper outfit thing, building thing. Like you take parts and make, but you can't like really wear them. And then I was thinking like face painting to look like some kind of alien, but they probably wouldn't let you wear it. Thinking like Bippity Boppy Boutique, but Star Wars.
You could do the face painting on the Star Cruiser for $300 or something crazy like that.
Oh my gosh!
But if you do the full face, you have to wash it off before you go to buy two.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
It's ridiculous. It's like $300. And they come to your room and they paint your face for 30 minutes or something. And some of them are literally a line across your eyes. Like I could do it for a lot cheaper than that.
Give me your credits.
Yeah. I want like gauntlets to wear, because you could wear gauntlets because it doesn't cover your face. That'd be cool. I don't know. You can't, but then that's another thing. You can't do blasters. You can't do guns.
Can't do guns.
Even though the stormtrooper or
I thought it'd be cool. I know with the success of some of the attractions in the Star Cruiser, one of them is like the mysteries and like having to do the puzzles and stuff. And I thought having something with Thrawn, because again, there was another tie-in with Thrawn at Batuu. If you did like, because they just did the thing with the Magic Band Plus where you can do the bounty hunting.
Yeah.
And it looks really fun and people are enjoying it. But if you had something with Thrawn and how like he was always, moving in different directions and 3 steps ahead, you could do something like that with an experience where people have to spend several hours working on this. It's just a time soak.
Yeah. So within the land area, right, doing these puzzles or bounty hunts.
It's the whole park. This is in my head. It's the park.
The park. I
forgot. Like you could, like you'd be like Harry Potter, where you have to take the train to Hogwarts and stuff. They could have multiple trains, and I mean they did it with Rise of the Resistance, where you get on the ship and you have to fly up. Yeah. So what if to get to the next land, you have to take a train?
Landspeeder.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Landspeeder.
Exactly. Or you have to go through the different doorways to go to the other lands.
Now, a Thrawn escape room, that would be so cool.
So, an escape room was the thought I had too, but like thinking about the void in an escape room, it's like, how do you logistically, again, make that happen?
Well, you do it like they do with the lightsaber. I mean, you reserve a time.
That's a good point. I guess you would be able to reserve it.
Because the experience is what I'm like an up price thing. It's not something that's included with your daily ticket, like the lightsaber or the droid building. This is an upcharge. So it could be as short or as long as you want to, and you could price it. Disney will price it if it's longer, then they're going to price it for that long amount of time, and not everybody's going to get to do it, so it's going to make it even more. People want it more, so you could do an escape room that
that's true.
That would be so awesome. I would totally do a Thrawn escape room.
Yes.
That would be
cool.
awesome.
All right. Well,
the other idea I was trying to figure out was a musical.
A musical.
To the Spire.
It was so cheesy when they started at first, like bright suns to the spire. Like, can we just say hello?
I could do this all day, but
I say it all the time at home, just to my children.
To the Spire.
Bright suns, kids.
I try to my dogs; they just never respond. Maybe that's why I'm jaded.
I couldn't figure out like what the musical would be about, like the history of Batuu or just Star Wars in general. But basically having that lightsaber fight and different fights and things going on, like with blasters or whatever in this, whatever it is. Maybe it's a Cirque du Soleil thing. But they're doing lightsabers because that's what everybody wants to see.
I'm just thinking of the Avengers musical in my head. Hawkeye.
I know. Did you hear?
I can do this all day.
But I mean, it could get cheesy, I guess. But some
you
kind
could
of
take
like
it a different direction for the musical or show and do it sort of like what they do with the Frozen show at Hollywood Studios, where you have the Batuu storytellers trying to retell the stories of Star Wars, but they're getting them horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So that could work.
Yeah.
That's a fun show.
Favorite characters or just
it's a fun show.
C3PO.
Or maybe just have C3PO telling the story. I don't know.
Could you do that kind of like Crush with the turtle talk, but with C3PO?
Oh.
Kind of interesting.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. It's coming together.
It's all coming together.
We've got some good ideas. I want to hear, like, I know we have people watching, and I know people will watch and listen after the fact, but I want people to write in and give ideas. I think that's a really good thing.
Right into our P.O. box.
Yes. Snail mail only. Do not put it on the board.
No, I want to hear it. You could join I Am Group on Facebook, and you could do it. You could do it in the comments on YouTube. You can email us if you want to at iamGEEKshow@gmail.com.
Wait, am I in the group? I don't know. I'm on the page.
Oh, no, you need to be in the group.
Oh, because that's where all the magic
I'm so ashamed.
Sometimes.
I'm so ashamed.
Sometimes. Hold on. I can invite you right now. Talk amongst yourself.
Man.
I found it.
You found it?
I did.
I am group.
Oh, I'm so ashamed of myself.
It's all right.
I have to answer questions now?
Yeah.
Well, just say yes.
Keep the bots out, right?
Or the people, or just certain people.
I'm going to do funny answers, so that'd be great. On the next episode, you get to see my answers.
Yes. Yeah, so tell us what you want to do with Galaxies. Is there a character that you would love to be a walk-around character? Specific character.
Yeah.
Ooh. One. Revan.
Oh, well. Yeah. Be the big bad. He would make Kylo Ren pee his pants. Probably. Or his dress. Or whatever he wears. I would be happy with just like a bunch. Like not just one. But like a bunch of Jawas just running around messing with people.
Stealing their things.
Because they've done it before there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like take the things. Or what else? Now I still don't know why they don't have Hondo walking around or at least doing something, because they brought him out. They have the costume. They brought him out for the opening.
I think it'd be cool to like throw Quinlan Voss in somewhere. He's mysterious.
He's doing all the deep cuts, Gator.
Well, if we're you got to look at the room that I'm in. So
yeah.
If we're gonna do it, we got to go deep. If you're listening to the show and like you don't want to deep dive into Star Wars, I kind of feel like you might be in the wrong place. Like not trying to get your audience to leave, but I think if just a guess.
I mean, maybe a Jean-Luc Picard.
Spock.
There's a lot. I think there's a lot of characters that could rotate. I think having characters like Jawas or or people like generic characters like that would just be people of Batu wandering around, interacting more would be cool. Because originally that's what it's supposed to be. It was supposed to be like aliens and droids and just wandering around and just interacting with people.
Well, yeah.
But
here's some breaking news. My dad just messaged me. And normally it's like music stuff, but since I'm on the show, I'm from the Quad Cities, so it's like 2 cities in Illinois, 2 cities in Iowa, right in the Mississippi River. Yeah. And there is this huge gun auction called the Rock Island Auction Company. And they are doing a historical firearm sale with Star Wars and Tomb Raider props.
Wow.
They have the original Han Solo blaster up for auction. Oh my gosh.
How much is that going to cost?
I don't even know. I'm sending you guys the link in the chat, in our chat. Wow.
There you go.
It's on. Oh, it's tomorrow.
Right,
tomorrow through Sunday.
Oh man.
Tonight at 11 o'clock there will be a GoFundMe up for.
This is insane. Okay, sorry everybody, but this just made my night.
What happened to the YouTube thing?
It just went crazy on me. I don't know
what happened. It's the Derek Show now. Oh, I'm back.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's all crazy.
Itchy and lumpy for Life Day. I'm all about that.
Hold on.
Itchy and lumpy for Life Day. Yes.
This is what happens when I come on. I mess everything up.
Oh, I love it. And what's on Life Day, they had to have like all the characters. They could have what's the cook, the lady with the 6 arms. They could have Luke Skywalker there in his makeup. Yeah. Ever notice that in the holiday special? He's wearing like eyeliner and blush for some reason. Quick start selling the new shirt.
We're all like, now it's
everybody wants this new shirt. But, hey, if I make this shirt, we might actually get a sale on our shirt site, character.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a good shirt. Yeah, it would be good. Wow, I don't know what's happening.
Okay, so some guy named Derek Frank just asked to join our group. I mean, let's see.
Answers.
Never heard of it.
How did you hear about I Am Geek? I know people. Well, that's okay. Who's your favorite superhero? Ryan Street. That's the first time I've been called a superhero. Who are the hosts? Who are the hosts of I Am Geek? Me. Sometimes. You're approved.
Yes.
You're in now.
Yes. My life is complete.
We really have that question. Who are the hosts of I Am Geek? That seems a little hard. Like people may not know who we are. We need to make them a little bit easier. It's like, do you like Star Wars? Do you like Marvel? Do you like...
No.
I probably made the questions. Oh, well.
I mean, we had these grand ideas when we started this.
Gourmanda. Gourmanda. That's the
maybe you could have like a giant Bendu somewhere in the park. That could be where Phantasmic's at.
Or maybe the giant Bendu could just be a playground for the kids. You climb up, you slide down Bendu. You know,
that's what we need, and that would be like a throwback to the old Honey I Shrunk the Kids playground.
Yeah. Oh,
there you go. What about the guy in Boba Fett that was the he spoke for the governor later, or mayor.
Oh yeah.
Like he's
was
real
he a Twi'lek too?
Yeah, he was a Twi'lek, yeah. He could just walk around and be real sociable and just because he would be funny, you know.
That he would be
actually
funny.
Would be really cool. Or the bar owner girl.
You gotta have the biker gang, the scooter gang.
That would be really awesome having them drive through the street.
Oh, there's the 3:00 parade coming through.
That, or they could just retheme all of the scooters that people rent into those.
Oh man, that'd be great. Have all kinds of little mirrors on.
Yes.
Maybe we should do that.
I want to do that. Yeah. And take it to the park.
You can still rent outside ones and people will like deliver them to you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They haven't outlawed that yet.
I don't think so.
Maybe that's our next business venture, that we make them look like the Book of Fett, and then we rent them out.
$400, like those the strollers that look like princess carriage or whatever.
Yeah,
And people would do it. I would probably start walking with a limp if I had.
Well, yeah, especially if you could ride in it. Who says you have to walk with a limp? If you're going to pay the money, you can do whatever the heck you want to do.
I did see. I was at Hollywood Studios once, and there was like a group of 10 people all riding the scooters, and then each of them had like a person on them with them, and they kicked them out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Those scooter gangs.
I've questioned people though. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
But,
You've actually questioned people?
No, I didn't question.
Really?
Like,
Come on, I know you can walk.
No, I didn't do that. But it's like it doesn't seem like it would be a great idea. Sure, it sounds good, but you're like moving me really slow, and then everybody hates you. So I don't think you'd want to do it. So
I don't know. I think we could have a new little business here.
Yeah.
Oh, Winchester said Max Rebo. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That would be great.
Still alive, so he can come because he wasn't in that scene. So Max Rebo. Well, he will definitely be in the Palace Underworld restaurant thing. He'll be playing the keys there.
The keys. Do you think they'll ever have the special lightsaber out in the park, like up on when Rey's standing up on the balcony outside, the little area.
From the Star Cruiser?
Yeah, you think they'll ever do that?
At one point.
They should.
I think
like after a year of like the special thing, like it's you have to pay this extra money to see this thing right now, right? But eventually it's
they have to. I think one of the reasons why they just have it on the Star Cruiser because it has to be in a very controlled environment for it to work.
Yeah. Yeah, and
it's out in the air. It might be a little gust of wind comes, and then got the limpy.
Basically, just a tape measure, right?
That's right.
Pretty much.
Like a light up tape measure.
There's some guy on TikTok that's made one, and his looks better than the Disney one. It's pretty cool looking. Well, and it goes up and down.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I expect people start doing that stuff with 3D printing and everything else with people making YouTube videos and stuff, and eventually like Disney will come along and be like, that guy knew what he was doing. Let's just use that idea.
Oh yeah. That's I'm
sure
they
do that all the time.
Watch YouTubers and they bring them in, either hire them or figure out how they did it.
Oh, they just make. I mean, just like all those Etsy stores that make the ears and stuff, and now Disney has like the same exact ears and charge way more for them.
They're learning at least. I mean, because it's like their shirts have always been kind of like bad, but they're getting better. They've come up with some better ones. And one of the things they started doing, which I'm not crazy about, but is like the family shirts. They like you can buy family shirts from them now. It's like let's make some money off of this now. But they're getting better. Yeah.
This is weird that they have to have so many different shirts with so many different names on it of families.
I don't know how they do
that. I don't know.
We got a whole bunch of Smiths left over.
They'll show up at the store, the warehouse.
Yeah. All right. Has everybody got their ideas out? I think.
Yeah.
I think that was all of mine.
It's all mine.
Well, we're ready. Strangely, I think one of the things I'm most excited about is the George Lucas Drive-In.
Yeah, the more that kind of sinks in, I'm like really thinking that should actually happen. It's right there.
That's an easy fix.
So easy. Yeah.
Because I know they have the space for a sit-down restaurant in the land already, but it's right there.
It's right there. And of course, the living with the Landspeeder. Yes. I mean, make a ton of money on that.
I'm telling you, if you don't make that shirt this week, I'm going to.
I will. We'll get some time this weekend, and I'll come up with it, and then slap it on our spreadshirt. It's that easy, folks.
What park would you wear it at? Would you wear it at Epcot or would you wear it at Studios?
You'd have to, either you'd have to buy two, which you can get them in multiple colors on Spreadshirt, and wear one in one park, or you just have to wash it between parks or something. Or maybe it's one of those days where in the morning you're chilling out Hollywood Studios with it on, and then park hop to Epcot for the night.
And we know how easy that is. Right? Well, they did change it again, didn't they?
They change it
like this week. They changed it again, and now you can have up to 30 people that you can book for.
Yeah,
not just 12.
Shows up differently now when you have park reservations.
People.
Yeah. Well, they did. So the one thing they did add, which is super cool, is that you can now modify a park reservation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you can? Oh, good.
Yeah, yes. that was one of the changes.
That was the biggest one. Yeah, you don't have to let go of one. You can modify it, which is great.
I always went to guest services if I was there and I wanted to switch it because I'm like, I'm not messing with this. If they mess it, it's their fault. So I went to them and they were like, and if you even they would just switch it, like, no problem. Like, oh yeah, no problem.
They have the power.
Yeah, no big deal. All right. So we'll start the Patreon for the Han Solo blaster tonight, right? Sign up, give us money. Oh yeah, you got
mine. It's way up there.
Not the real one though.
It's up there. With the what is his name? Quill face mask. Can you see that up there? I don't know if you probably not seen it.
Yeah, from Mandalorian, he put the mask inside of the.
Oh,
that's so creepy.
That's disturbing.
Where do you keep your mask? Oh, in a jar.
So I can hear what y'all are talking about.
Oh, put it on.
Yeah, wear that.
Try. All right.
I'll try.
Here we go. I might take the ears off though.
This is for YouTube right here.
Oh. That's.
Do you say I have spoken? Tight. Do you say I have spoken?
I have spoken.
This
is the way.
He doesn't say this is the way.
It's so tight. We got this. So we originally, one of our ideas for Comic Palooza one year.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
I'm way short now. Was to do 3 Mandalorians and a baby. So we were going to be Mandalorian characters. Chris has started an IG-11 helmet that is ridiculously large, but he made it like he was carving it.
It's like bobblehead.
Large, yeah, it's bobblehead large.
Huge.
It's super weird.
And I was gonna be the Mandalorian because I got that helmet, but then the pandemic hit and shut it all down. And we didn't get to do it. And we had the baby Grogu that we were going to carry around in a baby carrier.
Yeah, it was gonna be great.
Didn't happen.
I had a dinosaur blow up costume thing that I would ride. Like it looks like you're riding on a dinosaur.
On a Blurg. Blurg. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was gonna be mine.
Oh well. Oh man. Well, I could talk all night, but I don't know how.
Yeah, we guess we better let the podcast go, huh?
Nah.
Finish the podcast.
Let it go. I got to go watch She-Hulk episode 2.
I know.
I haven't watched the first one yet, so.
It was funny.
I've been kind of busy the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I was out for a week for work, and then I came back and quit. And
whoops. She-Hulk has been fun so far, but I've only watched 1 episode, so we'll see how episode 2 goes.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
It'll be good. I think it's gonna.
I think it looked a little bit cheesy in the effects. You know, you see her, she looks cheesier than Hulk does to me, like the way she's animated. But yeah, I like it. Otherwise, I think it's funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a TV sitcom, sorta.
Sure, I don't know.
And she breaks the fourth wall like all the time, which is hilarious.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. I didn't expect that.
I like it.
And he's like, what?
All right, so I've got to make a shirt. I got to get that designed.
We got things to do now.
Crystals. You guys want for YouTube? You want a sneak peek of my next crystal?
Ooh.
Why not? Nobody's gonna watch if you're not on now.
I always watch. I rewatch all of them.
I'm just kidding.
Well, a lot of times I'm watching live, but.
Since we talked about Rebels, if you're a fan of Rebels, the Loth Wolves are a big part of Rebels. There's the white Loth Wolf that's like sort of like the main one, and then later on there's Doom, who's a Loth Wolf, which I won't spoil it if you don't know who that is. And then there's a black
I
one
haven't
that I don't
seen
think.
it already. Come on.
Yeah, and then there's a black wolf that I don't think has a name. I think it's just there's another one and then he's black. You got the white, the gray, and the black basically. So I'm making some Loth wolf crystals, and this is the white one, and they look like sort of like fangs, like teeth. So the white one, and then the gray one, and then the black one. So this will be glow white. The gray one's going to glow blue because it goes with Doom. Because Doom was.
I feel like you're not emphasizing the fact that they glow. This is so different.
Oh, here's the thing.
You mean no one's gonna buy the cow if the milk's free? Come on.
No, here's the thing. I don't know if they're gonna. You mean glow in the dark?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're glow in the dark yet. I don't know if they're gonna glow because
you said glow green.
Oh no! Like if you put them in your lightsaber, it'll turn the blade white.
Okay.
This will turn the blade blue. This will turn the blade red.
Just forget I said glow. We'll strike this from the.
I'm working on trying to make the gray one glow in the dark blue, but it's very difficult when you're mixing pigments because they like to rise. Some like to rise to the top. So when I'm making it, the glow in the dark is all settling to the bottom. It's only half of it's glowing, which I don't know if people will like that or not. They're like, why doesn't the whole thing glow? I'm like, well, because it's.
I meant to do it that way. That's why.
Difficult.
Yeah,
mind your business.
Yeah. So, and they're gonna if you buy all three, they'll come on this little stand that has the wolf
paw print
on it. It's probably gonna be like a bronze, and you can display it. So they'll be up in the shop sometime soon. I'm gonna do a full video on them with somebody else, and then I have my Black Spire crystal that looks like the top of the Black Spire that will be out at the same time, which it's over there somewhere. It's right here.
I'm thinking about making sound panels for the whole room. So you can see them behind me where I've got the flags. But I'm thinking of making all the wall panels like the Death Star panels, but making them functional.
Cool. Yeah. Have some light kind of behind.
That would be cool. Do it.
Yeah. That's just a lot of work because it's a pretty good sized room. So if anybody wants to help, I'm in Nashville.
I'll be right up.
All right.
This is the other one that's coming out. It looks like the top of the Black Spire from Black Spire.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Petrified wood. I do have a Nashville question real quick.
Okay.
Have you tried
hot chicken? Sorry.
No.
I do.
No, the hot wings at Chick-fil-A yet?
No.
So there's a Chick-fil-A. I don't know where exactly it is. John Christ is on Instagram and things. He went there, and some other people I've seen have gone there. It's one in Nashville. It's in a really shady kind of area. It's actually, well, never mind. But it's they have hot wings, either boneless, which I'm like that's just a chicken nugget, but or bone in, and they have different sauces or at least one different sauce that you can get them tossed in. So. You need to go find this.
Yeah. Interesting.
It doesn't. The Chick-fil-A does not look like a Chick-fil-A. The one he went to. I saw that video.
It doesn't. It's like in a strip mall kind of look.
Also, there's a Mandela effect about Chick-fil-A too.
Yeah.
Because it was always CHIC.
No, it was a K. Brian and I had this conversation. There was always a K.
I think it's because our only one we had where I was at growing up was inside a mall, and it was probably the sign was probably broken. Now, I know we're going down a rabbit hole, but everybody talks about the Sinbad movie, and I asked him about that.
Oh, and.
He said he was on too many drugs. He didn't remember. He said he thinks that he shot it, but he doesn't remember either. He said, I think a lot of things. So
now I know there was later on because of the whole thing. Mad TV, I think, made a sketch.
Yeah,
and he was in that.
Yes.
So maybe that's what he remembers.
No, and I think he was joking when he said, well, yeah, he meant it because he said that in some interviews. But yeah.
Kazam!
Shazam.
It's Kazam, right? I don't know.
Kazam.
One of them. Kazam, Shazam.
All right.
Which one was on the shack?
I don't know. I don't.
Blue chips.
know.
Nick Nolte.
All right, so Winchester. Yeah, we need to work on crystals. I need you, since you work on in Hollywood Studios, I want you to get at least one of these ideas done. Just talk to the higher ups.
Yeah.
Make sure we get credit for it.
I don't even if they change Sci-Fi Drive-In, I don't even want credit. I just want to be there.
Yeah. Or well, at least you could walk in. Even they're like, oh yeah, well, we got your booth over here. So
Yeah, we always have a
Frank.
table. They'll always give us a table every time we're there.
We get our own speeder.
That's right.
Here.
Like no,
with the
we said
Landspeeders.
American Graffiti, didn't we?
Yeah, American Graffiti, because they don't have to change
speed on the
anything.
side.
Yeah,
They don't have to
they wouldn't have to
change
change anything.
No.
Just the movie.
I think we just fixed something for Disney.
Yeah,
We're
and
good.
those movies that they have, the little clips they have in there, they're getting a little tired.
It's a little tired, but I still
You
love
know? Well, yeah, but just freshen it up. Just freshen up the
it.
reel.
It'd be easy.
Get
Because
the
what's
turkey
bad
sandwich when you go there. It's amazing.
is what's bad is when you sit there long enough that you see it start over again, and you're just like, really? Come on.
Yeah.
You know. Now, if it was Star Wars, would you care? No, probably not. You know,
No, but there's so much content for
There's
Star
so
Wars,
much,
it wouldn't
yeah.
matter.
it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. I mean,
Even if it was like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, everything he did.
Mhm.
I liked the Lucas Land idea. That's smart.
all right, it's all going to happen one day. If not in this timeline, then in another one somewhere. It's happening right now.
Yeah, the timeline that the 3 recent movies didn't happen. Sorry, I'm
Chick-fil-A.
hammering that home.
Has no K. And there's actually living with the Landspeeder attraction.
There you go.
All right. This has been a good episode of I Am Geek.
All right.
You can always tell when we have a good time when we just go off in all these rabbit holes.
That's right.
So I'm sorry, listeners, if you don't like that, but this is who we are.
This is
We're having
why I
fun.
love the show. This is why I've always
Yeah.
been a fan.
We have fun on this show. We have fun on I Am Geek. So please tell your friends, say, hey, friend, do you
Hey,
like
friend.
to have a good time?
On Facebook
Or YouTube
or YouTube.
podcast? You have a good time. You need to check it out. And for those people that don't listen to podcasts, just say, hey, it's a live show on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. And make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up, the bell icon, all
Yeah,
the things.
punch
All
it.
the things.
All the things. We've got
Let's get
some
you guys
new
monetized.
Yes, we got some new reviews on Apple Podcasts, so that's
We
good.
got some new ratings. Yes.
ratings. Oh,
Which is good.
That's
That's still
good.
good. Yeah.
we only accept 5 stars, so
Well,
we don't accept anything else.
that's right.
I'm not an Apple guy. I'm an Android. So
Well, you can whatever you do on Android. I don't know.
I listen to you guys on the podcast app.
There we go. I like it. Wherever you can listen to us, and then
Yeah,
listen to us, and then watch us. If you want to see our pretty faces, there it
There we
is.
are.
I got it on download and everything.
All right. Well, this has been episode 249 of I'm Geek. Thank you again, Derek Frank, for joining us. Check out his stuff on YouTube, the Derek Frank. Right?
Yep.
Is that where most of your content is now?
The vast majority of it. Now that Twitch is allowing you to stream to multiple platforms without getting taken down, I'll probably multi-stream again. So
Cool.
Yeah.
And I've noticed you on TikTok. You're doing some TikToks.
yeah, I hate it, but I have to do it.
Yeah.
So
I like that you yelled at TikTok the other day, or whenever that was. That was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I do like to yell and rant a little bit. I'm gonna do some more rant videos. I've got a really
Yeah.
good rant video about student loans. It's gonna come up
Oh.
tomorrow. It's coming tomorrow. You'll be surprised. No one's
Oh.
gonna be happy.
No one is happy.
Man.
But we're all happy to be on I'm Geek and to listen
That's
and to
right.
have fun. We will be back with you next week for something new, something fun, and of course, something geeky. We'll see you next week on I Am Geek.
Bye.
Bye.